I'm Bill Sullivan, and welcome to this edition of Journeys in Japan.
Mount Fuji. At 3,776 meters, it's Japan's highest peak. It's only about 100 kilometers from Tokyo.
So when planning to hike Mount Fuji, there's a couple of important things that you need to keep in mind before jumping on the trail. Things like how the weather will be, what kind of clothes, gear, and supplies to bring, your means of transportation, the timing of your climb, and which trail you want to take, and so on. So keep these in mind as we go on, as this is all going to be really relevant later on. First, we all met up around noon in the dorm lounge to make sure we all packed everything we needed.
Ricky, how are you doing on socks? Do you have any thick-ass socks?
Socks?
No, just thick-ass socks. These ones?
I can see why you're about dying for you. You have long pants, right? You're genuinely a zebra.
I am genuinely a Norwegian zebra.
Wait, what is wrong with my sock? You guys know, you guys know when you
Of course, we had to grab something to eat before we started our big journey.
Oh yeah.
Maybe that's why we got so much soap from. Impossible. You pointed out.
There is the denture.
That's why I went to your exit. Good ditch. That's how you went to it? That's why I went to your room.
You got hips. Going on the ditch.
Our journey began at Soka University, which is right here. It takes about 3 to 4 hours to get to Mount Fuji from here. So our first train transfer point was at Sagamiko Station here.
But look at the mountain, bro. The mountains, bro.
Once we arrive at the station, Apple Maps tells us to make our way to the bus station that's on the other side of the town, kind of near the highway. So keep in mind that we are at the mercy of Apple Maps to tell us all of the information to get anywhere. So what it says, we do. Oh my god. Woo! I'm dying. And we haven't even started the Mount Fuji yet. But at least we get to chill in this box. Yeah, I'm away right here. And here's where the first thing goes wrong. So it turns out that the bus my phone told us to go on was actually reservation only, and of course the bus was fully reserved for the rest of the day. And it was a perfect bus that took you like right to Fuji too. So we had to try and find another route there. So with a little work, I found that there's another train that can get us closer to station to Fuji in about 30 minutes. So we decided to chill at this station and risk it and just kind of hop on and see where the train took us.
Oh God, you finished it. How would you describe your experience?
Go yourself.
Japan really got anime on everything, even trains, anime girl mascots for the train stations, and just about everything. It's so insane. We finally get to Kawaguchiko Station, which is the furthest that trains can take you to get to Mount Fuji. So from here, we need to get a taxi that'll take us to the 5th station of the Yoshida Trail, which is about halfway up the mountain, and that's where everyone starts their hike. And since it's late, we also decided to put on our thermals just in preparation for how cold it's about to get.
Make it means that they're ready for people to take.
Well, the good news is that there was an empty taxi waiting for us right outside the station. The bad news is that this is where our second big mistake is. See, we didn't know that the road leading to the Yoshida 5th Trail Station closed at 8 p.m. And as of the moment of getting into the taxi, it was currently 7:52 p.m. That is 8 minutes. And the gate is around 5 miles away, meaning this man would have to travel 5 miles in 8 minutes up windy, mountain, dark, crazy roads. However, instead of just giving up on us, our driver immediately grabbed our bags, told us to be quiet, hurry up, and get in the car. Despite this absolute legend of a taxi driver breaking all the speed laws, we missed the time by about 30 seconds, which is still insane that he got us that close. This meant that we could no longer take the popular Yoshida Trail and had to settle for the lesser traveled and more difficult Subashiri Trail. So the Subashiri Trail is about 3 hours longer than the Yoshida Trail, and it came out to about an estimated 9-hour long hike. It's considered the second most difficult trail of the mountain as well. And keep in mind, my entire goal for climbing Mount Fuji this late was to see the sunrise at 5 a.m. from the peak. Time was ticking.
These days, many people drive up the mountain and start their climb at the 5th station of the trail. But the ancient Shugendo path starts from Murayama Sengen Shrine,
Which we were actually originally planning on hiking from, which means like another 8 or so hours would have been added onto the journey, but a friend knocked some sense into us and we dropped that crazy idea. So driving to the 5th station we did do.
Pullman? Yes, sir, if it doesn't get in the way. We are finally off. We are looking Gucci.
Looking Gucci.
Our Jobu is huge.
Massive Jobu. 大きな Jobu だよね.
All right, let's hope this isn't one of those documentaries where they die and this is like the found footage.
Of course.
That would suck.
You know, and it's not like, you know, you would start a documentary like that off with saying something ominous like that.
Therefore, this cannot be the case that we died.
Exactly.
Safe.
You're safe.
You wanna wait up at the shrine? Look, there's a shrine right here. Of course, it's raining right off the bat, so we all have our rain gear on and our headlights on and trying to keep dry. Keep in mind that we are currently 6,500 feet in the air and have to climb to 12,300 feet, or around 6,000 feet in 8 hours to make sure we see the sunrise on time. About 30 minutes in, we found someone's clothes draped over a branch. Nobody was nearby. It was kind of creepy. Also, I'm sorry, you're going to be hearing like a lot of panting. It was a very difficult climb, so you might want to get used to that. We were about an hour and 40 minutes into the 8-hour-long hike, and the dense forest that we started in began gradually getting thinner and thinner, and we could even see the city below from certain open areas. Konbanwa, from 7,500 feet. We're making it. How's everyone feeling?
We just made it past the tree line, and it's looking good. Taking some quick breathers. How you doing, Ricky? I'm gooch. Very gooch.
We got a gooch, we got a job.
Our gooches are gooch.
Our gooches are gooch, our jobies are job. I'm in pain. All right, see y'all further up. All right, we are about 8,100 meters up. Everything is hurting. Mountain's about 12,300 feet in the sky, so we are still only like 1/4 of the way done. God have mercy on our souls. Hello, everybody. This is miserable. It's raining pretty hard, but we are 8,500 feet. It said at the base station back there, we're about 220 minutes away from the summit, so it looks like we might be lucky enough to make it in time for, I know you can't see anything, but for the sunrise, so we're really pushing for that. We did not pack any food, so we have like 1 peanut butter sandwich, 2 M&M packs, and some onion chips to split between us. We'll make it work. Until next time. Oh, there you go. Hello. Oh, well, you can't see anything, but we're currently 800 meters. So that light right there, that light is the original 6th station. So we're a good bit above it. Every bit sucks. Sorry you guys are hearing a complain vlog, but it'll be worth it, I think. I think we are on track. It said we should have about an hour to spare once we get to the top. And I heard that they give hot cocoa, so that'll be beautiful. So back on our volcanic journey once more with our plastic trash bags on the back. All right. Yeah. Agreed.
Oh shit.
No, you're good. I probably cut it out. Or not. We are about 9,080 feet in the air. Y'all can't see shit, but we can see the cloud line. But it's still fucking raining. I don't know how. Oh, wait, I said a bad word. Yeah, it's still raining. Pray for us. We're still going. We are still on track to see the sunrise. Hope to God we could do it. That's why we came. And that was the last video I recorded for the next 3 hours of climbing, until we made it to the 8th station at around 3:12 a.m. Our group of 4 had split in half, with me and my buddy going on ahead to try and make the sunrise, because altitude sickness decided to absolutely ruin our other friend's day. I'd left my waterproof gloves with the other two, so my hands were too cold to keep reaching for my phone, and at this point, the mountain was absolutely destroying me. I mean, I had to take breaks every minute or two just to let my legs recharge and catch my breath. But the margin of time was now getting razor thin. That hour I said I had in the past? Yeah, not even close. Every break I took put the chances of seeing the sunrise in jeopardy. So thank goodness at the 8th station, we were able to buy some walking sticks and candy just to hopefully get us over that last 2-hour stretch.
Many people climb during the night so they can see the sunrise from the summit. The temperature now is almost 0 degrees Celsius, as much as 25 degrees colder than it would be at the bottom of the mountain.
We made it. With literally only 5 minutes to spare before the sun rose, I dragged myself up those stairs and collapsed onto some comfy rocks. I was truly exhausted, more so than I've ever been in my entire life. And as you probably noticed in some of the pictures, I was talking with a bunch of random Japanese guys, took lots of pictures with them, and 2 of them even made me some instant noodles, which I was so incredibly thankful for. Unfortunately, the journey wasn't quite over yet, as what goes up must come down. And after a solid 45 minutes at the top, me and my buddy decided to start our descent back.
At the top, the air is thin, with only about 2/3 of the air density of the lowlands. Gradually, it gets harder to breathe.
And God, is he not wrong? Combined with the fact that we were already completely exhausted, the 4-hour-long climb down the mountain was almost harder than the climb up. The trail consisted of dozens and dozens of steep zigzag slopes covered in rocky gravel that was so slippery it was near impossible not to fall on your butt at least twice. And it was just so painful on the knees because every single step you took was trying to slow your momentum down. It was brutal. Also, the group was finally reunited close to the summit, so we were able to walk down together after a short nap session on the rocks.
I heard a few Chinese speaking
Be sure to be careful of giant trucks that go up the same path as you, as they can apparently climb 50-degree angles with no problems.
Bro, RIP that dude. He's about to get run over. Oh, watch out.
How are you feeling, guys? How are you feeling?
Tired and ready to go home.
It has been almost an hour and a half. Pure downhill zigzags all the way up the mountain. God have mercy, this is awful, and there's still like an hour and a half to go. Jesus, I'm dying. God help me. So we just finished the awful zigzags, I think, unless that's one down there. What is this sketchy ass tunnel? Why wouldn't I just go that way? Oh, steps. Oh, beautiful. Oh. Yeah, that's a cloud right there. We are in the clouds currently. Finally, trees and plants were coming into view again. At this point, I was pretty desperate to get off the mountain, so I took off ahead of the group a little bit and ran into 3 other people who were from Nepal, and I actually ended up finishing the hike with them. Coming down from the mountain, it was pretty cool to see how beautiful the base of the mountain actually was, since we couldn't really see any of this in the nighttime. After a 4-hour-long descent, I finally arrived at the bus station at the Yoshida Trail 5th station. As I passed by the hikers going up, I could only feel pity for the experience that they were about to go through. While I was waiting there for the rest of the crew, I got something to fill me up and waited for the 3:05 bus. Eventually, we all met up and hopped on our buses and trains back to the university. 3 hours worth of transportation that I think we were all sleeping on. Also, I totally forgot to bring sunscreen, so my neck got absolutely nuked, and it still hurts as I type the script. Other than that, we all made it home safely, and we all got our well-deserved showers and around 12 hours of sleep from the next day. Fujisan was conquered, and my god was it a fight. There's a Japanese saying that goes, "A wise man climbs Mount Fuji once, only a fool climbs it twice." And I think that's the perfect way to summarize my experience climbing Japan's tallest mountain. Thanks for watching. Hey y'all, thanks for watching my video. It took way too long to make. I spent like 12 hours on this thing. But yeah, I might be doing this little section at the end to just kind of add in anything that I might have missed or things that I want to talk about that I didn't get to. But yeah, hiking Mount Fuji. Serious thanks to my buddy who made it up with me. Honestly, there's no way I could have done it without him. He was insane. Literally didn't take any breaks except for when I did. It was always pushing me, and I don't think without him I would have made it, because it was literally 5 minutes until the sun rose that I got to the top. It was so close. And this dude didn't even bring gloves, and so he was hiking up in the freezing cold with no gloves. Poor man's hands were totally frozen. I had to open every Kit Kat for him. But thanks for helping me out. Yeah, I always wanted to climb Mount Fuji, but I never really knew how difficult it was going to be, because I did like a big hike back in 2018 where I did like a backpacking trip, and we climbed something pretty similarly high to like Mount Fuji. It was like 3,200 meters instead of 3,700, but it was not even comparable to the hell that this was. I mean, it was truly difficult. I wanted to give up so much, and I know it sounds like I'm being weak, but I'm serious. It's like you were on a treadmill that going 30 degrees like this, and it's like, do that for 2 hours, and then realize you have to do 7 more of those. It was ridiculous. It was raining, it was cold, I couldn't see anything, I was hungry. It was really tough, but we made it, and getting to the top was really freaking cool to see that view. Yeah, my legs still hurt to this day. It's like 2 days later, and I still feel it in my ankles and my knees. Yeah. But yeah, school started here, so I'm in classes now. Everything's going good. Thank you guys again for watching the video. Not much else to say, so take care until next time. Bye.